In today's video, I'm going to be going over the new best ways to break this boss chest as fast as possible in the new prison world. So I made a video on this like 2 days ago, but there's been a ton of new ways that I've learned about and tested to help you guys break this even faster, because sadly they have made this boss chest even harder to break. Since last time I've made the video, not only have they made the boss chest respawn time a minute now, before it was 15 seconds, they've now made it 95 billion HP to break this, whereas before I think it was around 50 to 60 billion. So they have almost doubled how much health it has, and so it obviously takes a lot longer to break. But as you can see, I'm still breaking it pretty fast, and honestly I could break it even faster if I empowered enchants, but I'll get into all of that in a second. And the reason I can't just say that this is the best enchant to use is because sadly this is not the best enchant for everyone to use, but I will be going over the best enchants, the best ultimates, the best all of that. So make sure to like and subscribe if this video does help you. I would greatly appreciate it. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hop straight into this with starting off with enchants, because that is going to be the main thing to help you in this clan war. So, as you can see, I'm using 3 Nightmare Orbs, a Chest Breaker, a Corruption, 3 Tapping Powers, and a Super Magnet. Now, obviously, there is some things that you might have different that might work better for you. For example, the best person in my clan, let's see, I think it's this guy right here with 472,000. His layout works really well for him, but it does not work as well for me. And so that's why this layout, if you have around the same huges and stuff as me, then probably try it out, see how well it works. But sadly, this isn't going to be the best layout for everybody, just because, I don't know, it depends on so much different things. So anyways, starting off with the chest breaker. Chest breaker is good, but it's not as good as we used to think it was. I don't know if you guys remember this, but when I last made my video, the chest breaker was going for like 100 to 200 million. Obviously now it's not going for as much, because we found out that the Nightmare Orb is actually better than the Chest Breaker, and it is a lot cheaper. Well, actually now it's more expensive, but originally it was a lot easier. And luckily I got 4 for 60 million, and then I sold 1 for 70 million. So I still have 3 of these, and I do recommend having at least 1 Nightmare Orb on your team. Now obviously you don't need 3, especially if you don't have these 3 enchant slots down here. But I would recommend getting at least 1. Now, I know they are a little expensive, and I don't know if it is worth it, I'm not going to lie, to buy one just to help break this faster. Because the problem is, in like a week or 2, there's going to be a new zone that most likely won't have a boss chest, where it won't matter as much. So I don't know, it all kind of is up to you. Now here, this is the most important enchant on your team, and I'm not even gonna lie, this will make you go from a minute 30 to 30 seconds no matter how good your team is. A lot of people are struggling even with really good teams and really huge pets. It's because you don't have a corruption. The corruption is literally needed for this clan battle. Now I know it is really expensive, but if you're trying to get more points, let me see how many points I have right now. I have 379,000. If you're trying to get more points, then this is for you, because honestly, you need this. I'm not even gonna lie. What corruption basically does is it makes the chest break a lot faster. So as you can see, look how much is sped up from when I had 2 corruptions to 3 on there. However, keep this in mind. It is actually, I've been raiding a whole bunch of people's enchants in my Discord server over the last couple days, which, by the way, if you want to join, link is in the description. However, it is not good to have 2. Don't use 2. Of course, it is a little better, but it's not worth it, because in case you didn't know, the max like a loot drop, or like a whatever these, like a chest could have, is up to 3 corruptions. And by the time you get to the end, you will already have 3 corruptions using this corruption. So all another corruption is doing is maybe making it reach the max level a little faster, but it can only go up to 3, and this is what that one does. And honestly, it's just a waste of an enchant slot. You could have so much better things. Now, here's the problem with this. I was going to mention this a little earlier. Most of the stuff I'm going to recommend in this video has to do with tapping. The reason for that is this boss chest is so, you need to tap for this if you want to be able to break it fast. Now, as you can see, I'm using 3 tapping powers. If you don't have an auto clicker, not going to lie, this is going to be a little bit of harder to break stuff for you. I really recommend an auto clicker, because I currently have mine at 35 milliseconds. If you're wondering why I don't have it at 1 millisecond, it's because there's a little bit of a bug going around PetSim right now, which is causing a saving failed error, where if you click so fast before the game processes it, it'll kick you, and it's really, really annoying. It happened to me like 5 times in like 3 hours before I switched it. So I do recommend setting it like 35 milliseconds because it's not even that much of a difference. The auto tap Game Pass is also good now. I think this is the best it's ever been worth it. But honestly, as long as you have an auto clicker, you're fine. You don't need to buy the Game Pass just for this. It might make it a little faster, but you don't need to buy it. But I do recommend putting on a tap power or two. If you don't have these 3 spots, still put on one, because I'm not gonna lie, tapping powers are needed for this. So here's what I recommend. If you don't have these 3 slots down at the bottom that cost Robux, I would recommend replacing one of these nightmare orbs with a tapping power, and then get rid of this nightmare orb, replace it with that super magnet. And honestly, if you don't have a chest breaker or a nightmare orb, that's fine. If you don't have a corruption, here's something I'd recommend if you don't have any of these 3 right here. Also, technically a super magnet isn't needed, but it is it is helpful if you lag a little bit. So let's say you don't have any of these really expensive enchants. What I would recommend is 3 tapping powers, a criticals, a strong pets, and then honestly, I don't know. It's really hard. I highly recommend getting a nightmare orb. I'd probably recommend a super lightning, a normal lightning if you have that. You should have it. It's really cheap. So this is something like this I would recommend. If you got these 3 extra slots, I don't know, put on a treasure hunter or something, or maybe a magnet, I guess, like a magnet 3. But I would definitely recommend trying to get a nightmare orb and a corruption and a super magnet. I mean, super magnet honestly might be what you want to go for first, just because the problem is after this, maybe even after this clan war is over, which is 3 days when I'm recording this, I think 2 days or less when you're seeing this. The problem is these enchants are going to drop so much because these are going to be worthless. I don't know if you knew, but corruption was around like 20 million gems before this. Now it's 150 million. Chestbreaker was like 9 million. These nightmare orbs were like 7 million. So these are going to drop guaranteed after this, like after we no longer need to break this big chest. Me personally, I'm going to hold on to mine just in case there's another big chest. But if you want to like prepare for the future, if they ever do this again or something, I would recommend if you want to, you can wait until they drop, because they will definitely drop. Maybe even once this clan war is done, because a lot of clan members are buying them specifically because it is really, really necessary for the clan war to get these books. But anyways, if you want me to help you with your enchant layout, the link to my Discord server will be in the description. Just send me your enchants and I'll go ahead and tell you what you need to fix. So yeah, just join my Discord, links in the description. Now, as far as ultimates go, I didn't really talk about ultimates in my last video. Some of the best ultimates you want to use are either Tornado or TNT Shower or Pet Surge. Now, the reason you use Tornado, I can go ahead and show you real quick when this chest respawns. Now, obviously, I mean, not gonna lie, most ultimates are good for this. I would not recommend Ground Pound though, or Hidden Treasure, or Chest Spell, or I don't know, some of these other ones. But here, let me go ahead and show you how much this Tornado is definitely the best one, if not the second best. So once this spawns in a couple seconds, let me show you. I'll even take my pets off. I haven't seen it. So if I go ahead, all right, the tornado's just disappeared. Wait, what? Where'd the tornado go? The tornado's just gone. What if I put my, oh, there. Now wait, it's disappearing. Wait, what? All right. That was really, really weird. Let me try to redo that. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so as you can see, I'm breaking it. It's going down decently fast. Let me go ahead and activate the tornado. Alright, come on, tornado. There we go. See, look how fast that went. Alright, that took way longer than it... Oh, that took like 5 minutes because I kept forgetting to come back in time. Dang, that took a little bit. But as you can see, Tornado does help. Now, obviously, some of the good ones, if you don't have much, Pet Surge helps. Tsunami does help. It's more expensive. I'd recommend the Tornado still, though. Or it also depends on what level you have. If you have your TNT and Pet Surge level 99, but not your Tornado, it might actually be better to use a TNT Shower or a Pet Surge. So keep that in mind. It kind of all just depends on your levels, too. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd look at that. If you want to know what potions to do, I mean, that's actually the most simple. Just use all the cocktail ones. Use your best ones that you have. And as far as fruits, you should always be using fruits at all times. Fruits are not that expensive to buy, and they do help out a ton. If you want to know what flag I use, I'd say it's between either a hasty or a strength flag. So obviously, it also depends on how fast you're breaking it. Maybe I would say if you're breaking it in over 40 seconds, I'd probably use a strength flag. However, if you're breaking less than that, hasty flag is better because it makes the pets faster, and it does help out a lot. But like I said, it kind of all just depends on that too. Make sure you're using sprinklers, no excuse not to. And as far as charms go, I just made a video on that yesterday, so make sure to go check that out. But besides that, let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below. And that will be it for this video. If you have anything, if you think there's something I didn't mention that also helps you, tell me in the comment section. But that'll be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye.